Yo, yo. What is up? How's it going today? Maybe I'll get some cooperation with the dog. Perhaps, maybe. Don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Hi, my name is... So the dog wants to go this way. So we'll go this way. Yo. Yo. How's it going, world? Just had a cold front come through. And earlier in the day, it was nice and sunny and walking around in shorts and a t-shirt. And now we had a cold front come through. There were some showers. And I'm wearing a jacket now. And if I don't keep moving, I might get chilly. Hey, man. How's it going, buddy? What's up, man? We just had a cold front come through. And boy, oh boy, it got cold. I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts earlier. And now I put a flannel and jacket on because it got chilly. Yo. What is up? What is up? Uh-oh. Setting off the neighborhood dogs again. I'm looking through the window, and the dogs are up at the window, and they're trying to jump through the window practically. And my dog does it. What are you gonna do? Another coming out. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. They must love barking at this white dog walking by. What do you see, son? What is it that you see, mister? I think he hears the dog bark, but he doesn't know where to look. Boy, that confuses me sometimes. You know, sometimes the animal hears so good and he looks in the right spot, but sometimes he just doesn't. For sale, anthracite. That's the name of a real estate agent, I believe. And they buy up property and sell it around here. So, yo. What's going on? Had pretty much an off day today. My first live stream went really well. I felt really good about it. And I thought I uploaded all these videos today, and I thought they were going to be great. But when I uploaded them, nobody seemed to enjoy them. It's funny, you know, the things that you think are going to be great and people are going to really enjoy turn out to be a total zero. And nothing even comes of it. Wonder where that stream's coming from. It flows right past the house. I wonder if that stream floods their property. I mean, that's interesting there. The way the stream comes out, it's like it goes right through their backyard. How about that? So, I'm just trying to kill some time here. Maybe you guys feel like killing some time with me. Maybe I'll just tell a joke or two until I get into the groove. Here's a good joke for you. Guy just meets this girl, and the girl invites him over to dinner, and he's trying to make a good impression in front of the parents. William Nonfleet, can I get a mod subscribed and like while I help? Yeah, what a mod? I don't understand what a mod is. Can I get a mod? I subscribed and like a bet. Ulitazarel bet, and they're giving me likes. And ILXD, your dog is cute. Ah, thank you, IELXD. Thank you so much. And ULZILER. Thank you. I appreciate it, you guys. And William Norfleet. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, I say hi. Hi, my name is Stale Shady. Yeah, that's my handle. So thank you for the unicorn things. ULZIEL. Ezekiel, it sounds like. Ezekiel and them dry bones. Dun, 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 dry bones. Hear the word of the Lord. So, I don't know. Now that you guys are tuned in, well, I'll keep telling my joke. Why not? So the guy just meets this girl, and she invites him over to dinner, and she goes to the bathroom, and the mom pulls the new boyfriend over and says, listen, you know, I know you guys just met, but I think it's important that my daughter share something with you. And the guy's thinking, oh, what could this be? And remember, she's in the bathroom. She's in the other room. She can't hear the conversation. And the mom leans over and says to the new boyfriend, she says, you know, she's got this problem. It's very serious. And the guy's like, well, what? And he goes, well, she's got acute angina. You know, acute, that's a heart problem. But the guy has no idea what she's saying. And he goes, oh, I hope so, because her boobs are lousy. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man. Hey, listen, I try to tell jokes. My dog's name is Roni. Roni, R-O-N-I. Yeah. He's a Catahoula. Bet you never heard of him. It's a Louisiana state dog. I never heard of him until I got him. He was a rescue, and now he's mine. He'll be 4 years old in November. Obviously, he's a male because I'm saying he. Thank you for the likes, you guys. And NOL, no Lance Batham. Shout to the trip. Okay, no Lance. Yo. I was just telling Ula Zarel that my dog is an Akita. I'm not an Akita. A Catahoula. And it's the Louisiana state dog. His name is Roni. And he'll be 4 years old in November. And I refer to him as my son. So when you hear me say, son, do this, son, do that, I'm talking to the dog. Okay? No Lance Hathan. Shout out to the trip. Yo. Thanks for the likes, brother. And IELKXD. Yeah. I appreciate the comments. What is up? I'm just a regular guy walking his dog in the Pocono Mountains. That's where I live. I live in a rural area. Houses are far and few in between. There's no paved roads. It's just like I'm in my own little paradise. You know, some people call it hell, but I call it paradise because it's very sparsely populated, and the nearest store is a few miles away, so you kind of need a car. Sometimes I walk. I do a lot of walking, but kind of need a car around here. Shout out to Trip. Yo, hey Trip, what's up, man? That's what I'm supposed to do? Shout out. So what's going on, guys, man? Just walking the dog, you know. Roni, Roni, Roni. Full of baloney. And I appreciate your likes and taking the time of your day to talk to me. You know, I was having a boring day, and now it's getting exciting that a couple of people tuned in. I always like meeting new people. It's really a pleasure. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I was just going to talk about childhood stuff and things I did and people who I grew up with. Can you guys deal with that? How about, I don't know. I had this one friend. Never mind. I was just checking out. It was a real warm day today, and I was down on this trail near my house. It's only about a 2-mile ride, and it's next to a beautiful river. And I walk my doggy along this bike path. And since it was such a nice day, it got cold out. The cold front came through, and I'm wearing a coat now. It's very chilly. That's what this Pennsylvania town's like. Cold front comes through, and it goes from like 75 degrees. It's probably around 50 now. Shock to the system. Hey, yo, Horn. Yo, buddy. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, man? There's one of my regulars. Yo, I appreciate you, buddy. It's always good to hear from you. Dude, I know you're relatively close, man. That cold front came through, and boy, it knocked them temperatures down, didn't it, man? I mean, I was hot today walking around them trails, and now I got like damn near a winter coat on. Yeah, man. So that's what's going on around here. Yeah, I was walking down that trail, and there was lots of bicycles out today, and whoops, lots of bicycles out today, and there was lots of people hiking around the trails, and it was just a pretty much busy day all day, and people were walking up to me saying hello to my doggy, and the river was pretty. Yes, the wind was crazy. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that cold front came through, and it really knocked the temperatures down. I went from shorts and a t-shirt to look what I'm wearing now. Whoops, hang on. You see that? I'm dressed to the gills. Tea now. Got cold, my man. Yeah. But that's Pennsylvania for you, you know? Anyway, I'm checking out all these hikers and kayak people down there on the river today. It was a nice day, and the river still flooded. And I'm chit-chatting with them. And lots of people walking by on that bike trail. Some real pretty girls, man. Real pretty young people out for the out enjoying the weather. I was watching this one young couple. I could tell they were a couple. Or maybe not a couple, but I could tell that they were interested in each other. It's so cool seeing like young love, you know? And you could tell they were into each other because they were all clean and shaven and haircut, and I could smell her perfume and I could smell his cologne. I was walking behind them, and I could tell by the way they were paying attention to each other that they were like infatuated with each other. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, what it must be like to be young again. Young and in love. Trying to impress a female friend. And it was just cute, man. And there was other people around, hiking around, exploring the trails. And since I live there, you know, in the area, I was telling them the cool places you could go to, like, you know, little caves here and there and sightseeing areas. And I had a real good time of it. And watching them young couple. And that girl was pretty, man. She had a nice butt. Nice tight butt. I couldn't help but to look at it. I'm an old man, sorry. But that butt was so tight. If you stuck a piece of charcoal in there, it would turn into a diamond. That's the kind of shape she was in, man. and her young boyfriend, or the guy that was interested in her, was swooming over her. And I just thought to myself, man, must be nice to go back in those times and kind of be in love or infatuated. And there was old couples walking by with their walking sticks, and it was a really cool day. It was very enjoyable. I was real happy. You know, I did all these uploads for my camera so I was going to make YouTube shorts. But I think the rest of the world's out today enjoying the weather, because I came home and I uploaded the stuff on my YouTube shorts, and nobody seemed to pay attention to any of them. You know, what I think is great, it turns out to be a bust. But who knows? Maybe I'm right. Maybe it was such a nice day all around that everybody's out. At least that's what I hope, anyway. But, yo, thanks for the likes, man. Thanks for the likes. What's going on? Couple motorcycles out today. It was nice and warm. Actually, there was a big motorcycle club that drove by, and that was pretty interesting. Like, it took like 5 minutes for all the motorcycles to go by. All right, I'm exaggerating. Maybe 2 minutes. But that's a long time. There must have been like 100 motorcycles there. And they all had like their American flags on the back, towing like, you know, on their sissy bars. And they had their old ladies on the back. And they had the bandanas, you know, and looking real cool. So, yeah. It was really an awesome day, man. Can't complain. It's probably starting to get dark now. I'll stay alive as long as I can until it gets dark. I don't have my flashlight with me today. But I'll chat with you guys, you know, till it gets dark. I was just telling jokes, man. Remember that dude, Jeffrey Dahmer? That murderer dude who stored, like, the body parts in his refrigerator, and when they finally called him, they found out that he was like the serial killer. Real horrible story, long time ago. It's a long time ago. So the joke goes like, oh yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer, him, yeah. You know, they set bail. Oh, they did? Well, how much was his bail? Oh, it cost him an arm and a leg. You know, he had body parts in this refrigerator. You know, that's kind of funny, don't you think? You know? Oh, boy. How about this one? This is a racist joke, but I'll clean it up. So, yay! You like that joke? It's pretty good, right? Yeah. Here's another joke for you. There's a classroom full of kids, and the teacher says, I'm going to pick one of you guys, and you're going to stand up, you're going to say what your father does, you'll spell it, like if he's I don't know, you'll get it, the joke goes along, you're going to spell the name, and you're going to give an example of what he would say if he was here right now. So the first kid stands up, and he's like, well, my dad's a policeman. Policeman. And if he was here right now, he would say you should lock your doors and be careful. And the teacher says, good, sit back down. Next kid stands up. Oh, what's your dad do? Next kid stands up and he goes, well, my dad's a fireman. Fireman. And if he was here right now, he would say, like, you know, you should have your smoke alarms and have, like, an escape route. And teach, all right, sit back down. Next kid stands up, and he's like the class clown. He's like kind of like a moron. And he goes, well, my dad's an electrician. ELEKELIRELE. And the teacher says, listen, sit back down. We'll come back to you. You think about it. Next kid stands up, and he goes, my dad, this kid's like a wise guy. He's like a mob dude. And he goes, my dad's a bookie. BOOKIE. And if he was here right now, he'd give you 10-to-1 odds that idiot's never going to spell electrician. Woohoo! Yay! See, that's kind of like a racist joke, but I had to clean it up. But, that's a pretty good one, too, don't you think? What else we got going on here? Nothing really. Oh, here's a good one. Pee Wee Herman. Remember that dude, Paul Rubin? He got busted in a movie theater. He was at a porno movie theater. And he was like a little kids guy. He was famous. He would like have little kids movies and ride bicycles. And when he got busted in that theater watching the porno movies, it made the news. So, all right, here's the joke about Pee Wee Herman, right? So the joke goes as follows. You just bring it up in conversation. You say like this, you go, oh my God, Paul Rubin, you know, since his career went down the tubes on television, he decided to open up a dry cleaners. And the person says, oh yeah? And you say, yeah. You know what he's going to name it? The person says, what? And then you say, remember, to dry cleaners. I'm going to put a sign up that says, drop your pants and jacket off. You know, he got busted for masturbating in the theater. Drop your pants and jacket off. Woohoo! I hope you like my corny jokes. I'm watching the numbers drop off left and right. What else do I got for you? Here's a clean one. Here's a real clean joke for you. Because no more dirty jokes. I'm watching a bunch of little kids here that probably don't even get my dirty jokes. Well, here's a clean one. You know how they get holy water in the churches? The reason why it's holy is because they boil the hell out of it. Yay! All right, I'm going to give up on the jokes for now. Yeah, okay, cool. You like that one. It was clean at least. Okay? Clean jokes are hard to come by. So, for me to tell a clean joke, that's quite a feat. There aren't many clean jokes left anymore in this world. So, what's going on, you all? You know, I was not going to live stream, but I'm enjoying it so much. I'm sitting around watching TV, nothing's on. So what the hell? I'll come out and talk to my friends. And thank you guys who was all still hanging in there with me. I know it's not easy, but you know, what else is going on, man? It's supposed to be Memorial Weekend's coming up. Memorial Day weekend. That's a big weekend. Start of the summer. What do you see, son? What, you want to go back? Is that it? Let's go back. All right. Yep, Memorial Day weekend coming up. A lot of people are looking forward to that. Unfortunately, I hope they're wrong, but they're calling for colder than normal temperatures and rain the whole weekend. Now, I know that's still a full week away, but let's hope they're wrong for everybody's sake who wants to enjoy a good time. But, yeah, Memorial Day weekend. And then it's the 4th of July, and then it's Labor Day. And you ever notice when you're having like a great summer or whatever, the summers just zip by so fast, they go, you can't believe it. You think back, it's like, wow, it's just Memorial Day, now it's Labor Day. But like when it's like winter time and it's like February and January, them months seem to just dragging on forever. February is a short month and it seems to take forever. You know, my luck, it'll be a leap year. I'll add that extra day in there. So, what else is going on, man? Memorial Day weekend coming up. That's when this place gets crowded. Because this place where I live, there's a lot of vacationers here. There's not a lot of people that live here full time. All right, son, you have good water at home, and you got to drink the crap out of the gutter. I put ice cubes in your water and everything, and you drink that crap and you get sick. Went to Scranton, Dixon City, wife and baby today, lunch and shopped. Okay, good, man. I've been to Scranton a few times. I saw Ancient Aliens. There's an auditorium out there, and that dude who does Ancient Aliens, the freaky dude with the hair, and Christopher Childs and George Henry, all them dudes from Ancient Aliens. I saw them live, man, and I really enjoyed that show. And all they did was just recap, the history of Ancient Aliens and the places they've been, and they discussed like the pyramids and that dude Giorgio Tsoukalos, he really wants to believe in aliens. I want to believe in aliens. I wish there was like stuff like that around, and I kind of think there is, But and then other times I think there's not. But you got to be kind of foolish to think that we're the only people around. But like these geniuses, dudes, that would be fun. Ask a question also. What did I know about? Wow, I didn't know about those live shows. Yeah. And you could actually pay, I didn't do it, but you could pay a couple extra dollars and get their autographs and get your pictures taken with them. But I didn't go. I just went to the show, and it's like 2 hours long, and they talk about it. It's very interesting. They talk about how the pyramids, or how modern archaeologists got it all wrong, and the pyramids were really built by civilizations. They're way older than people say they are, and they talk about places where the construction is so advanced and the blocks are so heavy that even in modern day times, even with heavy machinery, they couldn't possibly lift these blocks. Listen, my dog just went to the bathroom. I'm in front of somebody's house. I gotta clean this up. Hang on a moment. Sorry about that, but listen, I gotta live around here. I want everybody to like me, so I clean up after my doggy, and that's all there is to it. If he goes to the bathroom off a trail or in the woods, I'll let it, go. But not on where people walk. I won't do that. So yeah, getting back to like how these ancient civilizations lift like these 60-ton blocks, and even the best architects of the day simply are confounded, and they can't explain how it could possibly be done with the tools they had back then. Even with modern cranes that could lift tons and tons and tons, it still confounds them on how these structures were built. Some of these bricks alone weigh like 50 tons, How do cavemen move 50 tons? Ooga, 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 lift this 50-ton rock up. There's no other explanation. There was super, super advanced. So, Rich, sorry, not Rick. That's okay. Honest to goodness, anything but Dick. You can call me Richard, you can call me Ricky, you can call me Rick, you call me Stale Shady, anything but Dick. You could even call me Shithead, but anything but Dick, okay? Thank you. It's cool, bro. So, yeah, and they're talking about, like, there's these other places like Göbekli Tepe, and there were structures of these cities, and they had like hierarchies and organization that only advanced civilizations could have possibly done this. And there's no explanation on how these things were created. And it's just, and I don't know how people even think, like, that I wouldn't buy it if somebody told me that these structures and these heavy stones were moved by ancient people. It's common sense that that's not the real story. It's common sense that there was an advanced civilization. Maybe they had help. That's what they like to talk about too. Georgie Suit, Ancient Aliens, dude. They talk about like they might have had help from extraterrestrials, and that's a little hard to swallow, but I think it's a possibility. You know, they said, you know, as man got and matured more and more, all these things we thought were impossible are now possible. So why can't there be extraterrestrials and things like that? And maybe they can break the light speed and they can come from. And and when they look back and read these ancient tablets and stuff like that, that's all they talk about. And how about these things that are scratched into the desert floor that you could only see from above? How do you explain that? There's no way that, you know, these ancient dudes scratch these drawings into some desert ground and make these really complicated drawings that are accurate down to the T, where you need specific measurements. And so that stuff is really amazing to me. It just blows me away. Starting to rain around here. I'm glad I'm prepared for this, and hopefully this rain will just pass us by. Let me put my hood up. Hang on a second. Hood going up. The mic. There we go. Accidentally muted the mic. I remember my last time I did that, had it muted the whole show. And somebody finally came in and said, dude, your microphone's muted. So, yeah, Ancient Aliens in Scranton. That's where I saw them, Ohan, in Scranton. And I had to do a few things in Scranton over the course of the years, all these years. Scranton isn't like that Montage Mountain near Scranton, that ski area. That's right around there. I went there a few times. I used to go snowboarding there. And what else is up that way? What's a little bit more north of Scranton is that real nice place, a ski area. Hunter Mountain, not Hunter. Elk Mountain. Yeah, Elk Mountain. And that's up around you too. Scranton, man, that's a nice little place. That's like the third largest city in Pennsylvania. I think you got Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and then Scranton comes in third. And it's well done. It's nice and clean. I like the neighborhoods there and all. They did a good job in Scranton. Elk Mountain, yeah, it's close to you. You ever snowboard there? You ever do anything like that? Ski? That's like one of the nicest places to go in Pennsylvania as far as riding or skiing. So, yeah. Hopefully this rain's gonna pass on by. Ohan, my brother from another mother. And had some family go down the seashore today. I hope they're having a good time. I asked them to shoot me a couple videos. Maybe I'll load them up on some of my shorts. That ought to be interesting. Down the seashore. And same old. I was just really bored today. I felt like I had to get out and chat with you guys. I'm glad you tuned in, buddy. It's always nice to have somebody. Did you're saying over here, wait a second, my dog's giving me a hard time. Yes, I have snowboarded a few times. Yes. Montage, yes. So cool, you're into riding. I learned how to ski first long time ago when I was like in my early 20s. And then at the age of 40, I decided to take up snowboarding. And boy, that was hard for me to learn. It took me a whole season just to get down. Never skied, huh? That's how I started out. I actually went to Aspen and Snowbird in Utah and a couple Jackson Hole in Wyoming. I was into it really heavily for a while there, but then it just slacked off, you know. And but yeah, I skied for all those years, and then I tried to learn how to snowboard, and it took me a whole season before I could go down a black diamond. And I did a lot of falling that year, but hey, how else you gonna learn, you know? And but after a couple years of snowboarding, I started getting the hang of it, and I went to a place called Killington in Vermont, and that was a lot of fun. One time I was riding the snowboard and one of my edges grabbed and I flew forward and I dislocated my shoulder and I slid down into a crevasse. This is at Killington. And I slid down into a crevasse and I'm shouting for help. I was really hurt pretty bad. I dislocated my shoulder. And luckily, a couple of my buddies were behind me not too far and they were looking for me. And I was screaming up from the crevasse. I went down with a buddy skis in 10 years since going to my parents. Ha ha. Yeah, very cool. Ha ha. Very cool. So listen, dude, I fall down this crevasse. And luckily, my friend heard me screaming from the crevasse. It took me an hour just to climb up with this dislocated shoulder. I somehow got my snowboard back on my feet. Got, buckled in again, and I made it down one last time. I don't know how I got down. I must have been in shock because I had a dislocated shoulder, and I wasn't going to ruin their day. So I just went back to the lodge and let them spend the rest of the day there, and we were going home that night anyway. Yes. I saw the paper up there, and if I see a dachshund, is this where it belongs, 26? But, okay, I understand. Does the dog have a collar? Does the dog have identification on it? Okay. Well, listen, if I come across a dachshund, I'll grab it and bring it right here. Promise, I will. I'm good with animals. You're welcome. These poor folks here, man, they lost their doggie, and I saw a sign up on the billboard. There's like a board that everybody reads, like current events, and these poor folks lost their dachshund, and it's been a couple days now. And I don't want to tell them the bad news, but my goodness, if your dog's gone a couple days and around here where we live, Owen, I don't know Scranton, but where I live, I don't think that dog it'd be almost a miracle. I mean, there's bobcat around here. There's lots of bad things around here that will do in a small little dachshund dog. So I hope the best for them. And if I see it, I will. Now I know where to bring it. But yeah, that's a shame, man. God, if I lost my dog, oh my God, I think I wouldn't get out of bed, man. But you know, I don't even want to talk about it. You heard everyone missing dog. Yes, yeah. That's who I was responding to. That lady asked me if I saw this dog. Son, we're going this way. It's starting to rain, son. We got to go back toward the house, mister. Please. Come on, you know how this goes. So, you know how we do. We're going back home, Roni. Come on. Please, son, please. Clint Gage is back. Yo. I was bored, Clint, and I decided to just come online and chat with you all. And we're talking about snowboarding, and we're talking about how nice the day was around here. And a lot of people went down the river today in rubber rafts. Like there was a professional outfitter, and they bring people down in school buses, and these people pay to go down this river. And I was watching them go down. I uploaded a couple short videos of it, and nobody even watched my shorts. Maybe they're all out today enjoying the nice weather, because I thought it was going to be great material, and nobody even seemed to take notice. Maybe they will in a couple days. But yeah, we were having a great day out here, and then a cold front came through, and now I'm wearing a winter coat again. But yo, what's up, man? It went smooth there, Sean. Oh, so that's your name. Ah, your name is Sean. I like what you used to do, go 20, 30 rafts within the kayak. Yeah, and that's what was happening. I mean, it was like, you know, the first weekend I've seen all these people doing that, and it was really fun. And I was watching, there's like a bike path that goes along the river, and there was tons and tons of people. And like I was telling you, there was school buses. That's how the outfitters transport their customers around, in school buses. And they're all getting out of the school bus, and the guide's telling them how to go down the river. And I was just watching, standing back as a spectator, and it was very cool. So it was a very exciting day around here. And then I came home and watched a little bit of TV, uploaded a few videos. Sean Short Hyena Clint. Oh, you guys are conversing amongst yourselves, I think. Oh, I've always take down in Delaware and a lack of waxing. Yeah, you were talking about that. Yes. And that was going on around here. And I actually went up to one kayak dude, real cool looking dude. He had tattoos up and down his arm and a long ponytail. Looked like he was in his 30s. And he had his own rubber raft, and he was taking his friends down the river. And I told him they picked a good day, because they were from Pottstown or Pittston, something like that. They weren't from around here. And I told him, you picked a really good day to go down the river. You're going to have a great time. And we chit-chat for a while, and the guy was talking about my dog and everything. And just really friendly, you know? I love when people are like that, man. You know, when people come up to you and they speak to you, and you talk about their day and they talk about your day. It's just perfect, man. It's a real good thing. I never heard of Nexus. I'll look it up. Okay, look it up. So, it's starting to get dark. I'll hang in here as long as I can, guys. But I didn't bring my headlamp. I just got out because I was bored, and I'm glad you guys came here to talk with me. I do appreciate it. You know, it is much appreciated. Feels good. All right, son, this way, son. We got to head back toward home, mister. Come on. Come on. You know the way home, son. Come on. Sometimes I gotta tell him where to go. He always doesn't tell me where to go. Sometimes I gotta tell him, so. And he doesn't like it, but there's nothing I could do about it. We gotta go back home. It's getting dark and starting to rain. And something with a pencil and IQ, Paw Patrol. Okay, I'm trying to pay attention here. Come on, son, please. Anybody else want to chime in? Oh, G. Combs. Nice evening for a stroll. Yes, it is, G. Combs. It is a nice evening for a stroll, my man. And we're having a good old time. That's my dog, Roni, G. Combs. And he's a Catahoula doggy. And I'm talking with some of my friends here, regulars, and we're discussing snowboarding. I don't know if you like to do that because there's a couple ski areas around here, and we were discussing that. And I was telling them how nice my day went. And so, G Combs, what's going on with you? What are you doing? Is it still daylight in your area? Because it's getting dark where I'm at. So, yeah, I just saw it just before. Come on, son. I know you just keep looking over there, but that's tough, mister. Daddy wants you home now. G Combs. I used to go by my back. It hurts. Oh, bummer, dude. My back used to hurt me constantly, but I noticed that when I really exercise, I didn't think it was ever going to go away. I thought I was stuck with that pain for the rest of my life. G Combs. But I noticed that when I really got back into some sort of shape, it went away. And this was a pain that I felt good all morning, and it seemed like by 3 o'clock every day that damn back pain would come back. But I got lucky, and now no more pain. I'm feeling really lucky like that. So maybe get out there and get some exercise. In Michigan, huh? Michigan. Detroit, Rock City. Get up, everybody's going to move their feet. Get down, everybody's going to leave their seat. You ever hear a Kiss? They talk about Detroit, Michigan. I had a buddy live in Michigan for a few years. He liked it. That's a cold state. That's another cold state. Pretty cold out there, isn't it? I bet you guys had a cold winter. Man, if we had a cold winter in Pennsylvania, you guys probably had it worse than us. Wasn't that one hell of a winter? It was snowing in Florida this year. Thank God that winter's over. My poor doggy, I had to put a coat on him, run him around the damn lake. We had to run or he would turn into a popsicle on some of them mornings. Man, dogs are pretty tolerant to cold weather, but not minus 16, dude. No, 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 no. Spine surgery? Oh, no. I would never go under a knife. Man, I don't trust them doctors. Dude, I really don't trust them. Oh, my God. I hope you're feeling a little better in the hottest band. Wait a minute, let me read this. I had several spine surgeries. Yes, Kiss was the hottest band in the land, the world. Yeah, man. Yeah. My friend got Kiss tattooed to his knuckles, man. Back in 1976, we saw him at this place called the Civic Center. And I was like in 8th grade or 7th grade. And that's when they were hungry, man. They were really putting out that Kiss Alive album. And nobody ever saw the makeup before. And boy, they really took over the world for a while, Kiss did. I mean, they had a big following at one time. They were the hottest band in the land. I named my dog, my last dog, Ace. Before this one here, Roni. My last dog, I named it Ace after Ace Frehley, G Combs. You know you love the band when you name your dog after the guitar player. So that's how much I love Kiss. You know, my friend used to watch General Hospital and he named his dog Frisco. You know, he named his dog Frisco. Oh my God. You know, and somebody like a real smart dude will name his dog Einstein, you know, like that dude in Back to the Future, the doctor. He named his dog Einstein. You know, you always name your dog after your favorite person. So, I don't know where I got Roni. I just kind of thought of it, you know. I just like it, Roni. It's cute, you know. So, seen in Knoxville, Tennessee, Thompson Bowling Arena in 2000. That's when they had that reunion tour. I think they were with Ted Nugent back then, weren't they? It was Kiss and Ted Nugent back then. Yeah, man. I remember that tour. See? Man, we're on the same page, G Combs. We're on the same page. Oh my God, it's so dark you can't even see anything now. I don't want to hang up but I feel like I might have to, because it's. But listen, you guys, I really love everybody. It's nice talking to you. I'm gonna try to live stream one more time before I go to bed, probably around 11:30 at night, and I'll just walk the dog around the lake and I'll chat with you all then. Let me show you my face one more time. I'm gonna say goodbye. You can't see it, but this is Richard saying goodbye. Yeah, with Ted. Yep, so you were there. Listen, I have to go. It's getting dark and I don't see the point in talking, making you guys watch a black screen. But I love you too, man. I love all you guys. I got a lot of likes, man. That's important to me. You guys are the bomb. The bomb. You're appreciated. You are. So, all right, I'm going to hang up and hopefully we'll talk soon. Maybe if you get a notification, you'll know when I come on live and you come join me. All right, I'll be safe. I'll talk to you guys. I love you, bro. Love you all.